The news summary, good evening. This year, the Immaculate Conception Feast has been different from previous years. It was through a motorcade that the statue of Virgin Mary was paraded around a few sub-districts of Victoria. The Immaculate Conception is the patron saint of the Roman Catholic Cathedral and is celebrated annually on the 8th of December. Father David Alcedor, the parish priest, said that the motorcade was the only way the parade could be done due to restrictions on grouping.
We've started to celebrate the feast of the Immaculate Conception, and we have done that motorcade, if you may call it that way, to enable people, or the faithful, to join in prayers, and especially those at home were able to join with us in their prayers and in their devotion.
The new cold storage facility at Ildjipor, the Central Common Cold Storage, is expected to bring a lot of economic benefits to the country in terms of business creation and employment opportunities for locals. The Director General of the CCCS, Arthur de Bretagne, was speaking to the press after the facility was officially opened yesterday by President Wever Ramkalawan, the Minister for Fisheries and Blue Economy, the chairperson of the CCCS, and the chairperson of Jaka Holdings Company, the main promoter of the project. The $37 million infrastructure is providing a platform for fish sorting and storing, as well as processing.
We have already started with about 25 people. We are expecting to go to about 70, 75. All in all, once everything is at full speed, we will be close to 100 plus people. There is a fish sorter, there is also a forklift driver, there is work also in the administrative. So we have quite a bit of range of position available. And also there will be training offered, so for people that do not know exactly the field of fisheries, it's also good opportunity for them to come here and learn it.
President Wever Ramkalawan has sent a message of congratulations to Mr. Olaf Scholz on his appointment as the Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany. In his message to the newly elected Chancellor, President Ramkalawan stated that Seychelles and Germany share a long history of friendship, and he also reaffirmed the government's commitment to strengthening bilateral relations between the two countries. He also expressed gratitude and appreciation to the outgoing German Chancellor, Dr. Angela Merkel, for the support that her government extended to Seychelles during her tenure. The Minister for Education, Dr. Justin Valentin, has commended the private schools for coming together as a group of network and to collaborate, but also to liaise better with the government through the Ministry of Education. Such a meeting was held at the Independent School, where several points of concerns were brought to the attention of the Minister. This includes the recruitment of teachers, financial assistance, teacher development in both private and state schools, amongst other issues. The director of one of the private schools, Lucy Barrois, said that collaboration between private schools was very important, especially when it comes to the transition of children from one school to another.
For example, in our school, the children are very free. They develop at their own rate because our curriculum is centered around the child rather than the child working on the curriculum. So when children transition, they're actually very talkative, they're free in their movements, and this is how they've been brought up. We want the children to develop themselves. But in other schools, sometimes this is not understood. So originally we made this collaboration so that the smooth transition of children between schools was effective. Then recently, obviously, with the COVID situation, we really were looking at more better communication. When there were decisions being made within the ministry, the private sector really need to be on board with this so that we could also plan effectively for our students. If we were having to do homeschooling, we need to know in advance that this is what's going to happen.
The Minister for Foreign Affairs and Tourism, Sylvestre Radegonde, has been taking part, along with other regional leaders, in a virtual conference to review cooperation projects between the European Union and the regional countries. This framework, known as Interreg, is an initiative of the European Union, and it's meant to encourage territorial cooperation between regions. The session this week was held in La Réunion to review progress made since the initiative was launched some 30 years ago. Minister Radegonde said Seychelles is an active member of Interreg framework, noting that the country is actively involved in 97 projects so far. And that's it for the news summary. We'll be back at 8 for the Creole News Bulletin. Bye bye for now.